Hello and welcome to another pen video from me, Penultimate Dave. I have here another pen for review. Now it does come in this lovely black lacquered box. This was a slight extra. I didn't have to have it with a box, but I decided I would. This is a pen that I have purchased myself out of my own money. So I think let's open the box and you'll see here it has this lovely pen pouch, and this is a pen from Ryan Krusac, and this is a lovely pen kimono or pouch that is made by his daughters. And I have to say, I really do like this a lot. I wish a lot more custom pens would come in a very nice kimono. So I think with that, we will unwrap the pen in this kimono, and I will close the lid and move this out of the way, and I will show you what the pen is. Now you can see here it's got this lovely silk inner lining there, so this is actually quite nice. If I just tease the pen out slightly, you'll see it is a very beautiful Ryan Krusac pen. And this is a Legend 16. Now, I've wanted a Legend 16 for, I would say, at least 18 months, maybe more. And I have wanted to buy one from Ryan, and I decided I would finally pull the trigger. And I did, and this was the pen that I chose. This is the Dragon Slayer, as you can see there. It has a beautiful dragon, and it also has the Slayer there. So this is an interesting pen. So most of Ryan Krusac's pens are made out of wood. So the cap here is made out of a dark black wood. I want to say maybe ebony. I'm not 100% sure on that, so don't quote me on that one. But the body here is made out of antler. And you can see that this isn't sort of a bright white, so there is dull areas, and that's because it is natural antler. And I have to say, this is an interesting material to use in a pen. I have some other exotic materials as well, like marble, like lava, and now I have antler as well. So this is definitely an interesting pen. I really had fallen in love with this Dragon Slayer pen. I do like dragons, and I have to say that this is a lovely fire-breathing dragon there that Ryan has, I believe, laser etched into the pen. It's a scrimshaw etching into the pen. Now, there are Legend 13s, I believe, 14s and 15s. This is the 16, so this is the largest Legend. And 16 basically means a 16mm cap thread. So if I unscrew the cap here, you'll see that it also comes with a Ryan Krusac logo nib there. I got a medium nib. It's a steel nib. It's not a gold nib. I could have had a gold nib, but I decided I would actually just go for a steel nib. Now, the section here is, I believe, either resin or ebonite. I think it's ebonite because that's normally what Ryan uses. And it has a cartridge converter there as well. This, I find, is a really nice pen. I'm sure you realise by now that I like large pens and I like weighty pens as well. This isn't a massively heavy pen. It is antler, so it's probably a bit heavier than maybe some resin pens, but this certainly is a large pen. Now, can I post the cap? You can kind of post it, but it's really not on there that secure. It only goes on about 1 centimeter. I can shake it around. It's not going to come off, but I'm not really going to want to post that cap. And I probably, would I mark the antler? Maybe not. Would I don't know, the blackness there, would that sort of rub off over time? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. This is the first time I've had a pen that is made of antler. But I don't think I would be posting this cap on the pen. But I do have to say though that this cap is actually really quite exquisite. Like the feathers there, on all the scales. I guess it's scales because it's a dragon and not a bird. But the scales there really do look quite nice. So I have to say that this is a really beautiful pen. I'm very glad that I actually picked this up from Ryan. You can see there it's number 99 of 150. So there's only 150 of these made. So I'm really glad that I picked this one up from Ryan Krusac and had it shipped from the USA to the UK. And I honestly think I will probably pick up a few more as well, because I have to say the Legend 16 for me is the right girth of pen. I like that the body here is a little bit more girthier. The section is also girthier compared to most sections on pens. It's a 16mm, not a 15 or a 14 or a 13. And I have to say that is actually a really comfortable size for me to hold in my hand. So in terms of the length of the pen, you can actually see that is quite long. The threads are a little bit longer there in terms of, I think, more because of the girth of the diameter of the pen there. But you can see though in the size of my hand, this is actually a really good size. If you wanted to hold it up here, you could still hold it up and it's still a very good size in your hand. So for me, this is actually a really good size pen, and I have to say I do like it. I can show you the threads here as well inside that cap, and obviously the scales there. So I think with that, let's go and do a size check. We'll do a weight check, we'll do a pen comparison, and then we'll do a writing sample. So the length of the pen, we are looking at about 150 millimeters in length. The length of the cap is 60 millimeters. And then we'll do a length check on the body of the pen. And that's to the tip of the nib or tip of the tines. We're looking about 148 millimeters in length. Now, one thing I didn't show you here was the cap finial is a little bit of a conical design, and likewise the same there on the body. So that does add probably a couple more millimeters there to the pen, making it 150 millimeters long. I think with that, let's do a weight check. Now, this is inked up, but the full weight of the pen, we are looking about 36 grams in weight. It's a little bit hard because I'm trying to stop it rolling. The weight of the cap is just under 10 grams in weight, and then the weight of the body, we're looking at just over 26 grams in weight. So 26 grams in weight for holding a pen is actually quite a good weight, at least for me anyway. So I think with that, let's do a comparison with other pens. So from left to right, we have a Scribo Fill in the Verde Bosco. We have a Leonardo Officina Italiana Momento Zero, and this is in the Mediterraneo. We have a Pelikan M800 Royal Gold Raden. We have a Pelikan M1000, and this is the Raden Starlight. We have a Montegrappa Extra 1930 Shiny Lines Dove. We have the Ryan Krusac, and this is the Legend 16 in the Dragon Slayer. We have an Esterbrook SD Sparkle in the Oversize, and this is the Tanzanite. We have an Esterbrook SD Oversize, and this is in the Cosmic Wine. We have a Tatcha Miyabi Winter's Breath, and we have a Classic Pens LB5 Kaoseki. So I think with that, let's go and do a writing sample. So this is the Ryan Krusac, and it is the Legend 16 in the Dragon Slayer. And I got this with a medium, and it is it's a Yovo nib. And then the ink in here, I actually inked it up with Noodler's, and it's Apache Sunset. Now, I probably could have gone with something else like Noodler's Dragon's Napalm, but I decided that this was a really nice ink, a really good shading ink, and I wanted to give it a try because I had not really written with it much lately. Now, in terms of line variation, we'll just have a look. Yeah, this is looking about a Western medium. If I try to push it a little bit harder, I can, and you can get some line variation out of it. But it is a still nib, so you're not going to get a huge amount out of there. Now, you can also see there's no hard starts or skips as well, which normally means that this is a fairly well-tuned nib, or a very good tuned nib. Now, in terms of ink wetness, now this is an orange ink. It's a medium nib, so I'm not expecting it to be super wet. But let's have a look here. Yeah, so it is quite a dry nib because it is a medium nib. It is a Yovo nib. Typically, I do find Yovo nibs more on the dry side rather than a wet nib. Even with their broad nibs, I do find them a little bit dry. So this would be a superb pen to be able to write with, say, in a journal or a notebook. You will be able to turn the page very, very quickly. And it's wet enough to actually lay down some ink. It's not a super dry pen. I would probably maybe double the ink wetness if I chose a maybe a blue or a green ink that would probably be a little bit more lubricated. But to be honest, I'm actually quite happy with this. The nib writes very well out of the box. What do I like? What do I not like about this pen? Well, I love that Ryan Krusac does some really, really good work. And I love a lot of his wood pens, and I probably will pick up a wood pen at some point. I like that this cap is made of wood. I love the dragon scales on this cap. I love the scrimshaw laser work that has gone in to detailing this dragon, this fire-breathing dragon, and also the dragon slayer there. It really is a beautiful pen, and you can even see that there's a Ryan Krusac signature there, along with the 99 of 150. So that is quite impressive. So I really do like this pen. I do like the theme of this pen as well, and the price point was actually fairly good as well, considering there's a lot of work that's gone into making this pen. What do I not like about the pen? Well, there really isn't anything that I dislike about it. It did come in a lacquer box. I did have to pay a little bit more for that. I think it was about $35 or $45. I didn't have to. It could have just come in a pen sleeve or kimono, probably just in a cardboard box, I would presume. But I decided to go for the lacquer box, just because if I wanted to sell it on at any point, then I've got a box. Outside of that, I would really say there's nothing that I dislike about the pen. The pen is actually a matte finish. It's not lacquered. Some people may not like that. Some people may like it. Personally, I like it because it's not going to be a pure white finish. An antler isn't ever going to be a pure white finish unless maybe you could bleach the antler to make it a bright white. So I think the canvas for this is actually a really, really good material. And I would love to see some more designs that Ryan comes up with. I know he's got a number of these Scrimshaw edition pens already that he makes, and I might pick up one or two of those maybe in the future. But I would certainly be interested in what other pens that Ryan comes up with as well in the future. So that's my review of the Ryan Krusac Legend 16 in the Dragon Slayer with a medium steel nib. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next pen video. Bye bye.